But after tonight, what areas do you feel like your team needs to work on?
You know, we got a little shaky with our ball control. Got out of system. Michigan's a really good team, real physical at the net, and so anytime you take away some of your offensive options based on the pass, it becomes that much harder to execute. So that's something that was good at times, especially in the second set. Our passing was really solid, and then we kind of broke down in a couple runs. You know, the other things, we've got to also find some ways to score. I think we've got to put a little bit more pressure on them with the serve. I think we gave them some easy opportunities to score. You know, just step up and make some bigger plays, and I think that we'll get focused and be ready to go tomorrow.
So what team, as far as your team goes, what areas were they really strong at tonight?
You know, I think we fought. You know, I didn't feel at any point that we gave up. Obviously, Ellie had a great match, got some big kills and some good production for us. You know, but again, that's a result of that passing and some of the things that our middles were doing by holding some of the blocks. And Caitlin Clark was giving her some good sets as well. So, but it's nice to see that type of execution. So that was strong. You know, I think we showed flashes. It's just a matter of keeping that consistency. You know, we're also pretty young out there. You know, we lost a lot from last year, and I think, you know, once we get settled into a little bit more of a rhythm, we'll be okay.
Okay, Ellie, on to you. Did you feel like you gave your team a really good boost off the bench?
I'd say so. I'm happy with the way I played, but ultimately it's a team sport, and without a pass and a set, I don't get anywhere. So, you know, I was feeling really well. I just think that it happened to be when I was in that, you know, we got some really good passes and some really good sets, and so it gave me the opportunity to do what I did.
What do you think your team can communicate on so that you'll be better prepared tomorrow when you face Michigan?
Well, we have some kinks to work out, but I think for the most part, just, you know, really knowing our play sets and just feeling more comfortable out there together. It was our first time in that new lineup, and I think just the experience of tonight will make tomorrow night so much better.
Talk about the fourth set. You guys, I guess you changed up the rotation a little bit, got a few new players in there, tried a little bit something different. Just talk about that and in what you were trying to do there, get some new schemes on the court.
You know, one of the strengths of this team is our versatility, really from top to bottom. We've got a full roster that can step in there and play and compete and do that at a very high level. So, you know, to be honest, we were trying to switch some things up, you know, try and get a new look, a new perspective, give them a little something different to look at. And I thought we had some nice, did some nice things. Alex Felling came in and gave us a spark. She did that in the second set as well. You know, Colby, I thought Cameron did a pretty nice job. You know, I thought we unfortunately didn't give her as many good passes as we would have liked to. But you know, one thing that I do have to say, regardless of that fourth set, was it was a fantastic crowd tonight. We had a great group. They really stayed behind us even when we got down big in some of the sets. They really gave us a boost. Even in that fourth set, we got down pretty big, and we were able to mount a little bit of a fight back there. And definitely they were critical in the second set win. So fantastic job by our fans.
Coach Ellie, good luck. We'll talk with you the rest of the year.
Thanks.